What's up, what's up? And today we're back with a new video. I kind of wanted to shift a little bit to gaming content, but first I want to get back to a little bit of filmmaking content and show you guys some of the gear that I'm going to set up to kind of have a more permanent video setup for like the talking heads behind this background for gaming content. And what inspired this is recently I saw another YouTuber named Patrick Tomaso who just recently posted on Instagram how he sets up his talking head like little simple studio in his place to get all the content easier to like pump out and have like a permanent setup in there. And I thought, why not do the same thing? So like the first thing I wanted to tell you guys about is I saw in his video is like a little tripod. Actually, it's a light stand, and this one I've set up myself. It's just like a generic like three-legged tripod light stand, but I put a like Velcro weight down here to kind of help weigh down the whole rig. And it's small enough where I can still kind of comfortably close this if it needs to go somewhere, but it's not so big that it's like a big 15-pound like weight. I think this is like 2.5 or 5 pounds. I don't remember how much sand is in there. And then the next item is this fluid head right here. You get off of Amazon. It takes a 3/8 on the bottom, and it has like tilt, some pan, and actually if you wanted to, it has a vertical function. You could turn this way and it's jammed. But anyways, you could do that if you wanted to. And it takes the Arca Swiss on here. So it comes with a plate. I've already put it down. We'll be mounting the cameras on there shortly. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna raise this up just so you guys can see what I'm putting on here. So first item is actually not the camera, but a battery. This is a Core SWX Power Base Edge. It was originally made for the Blackmagic Pocket 6K, but I feel like it'll be super useful for this setup because it has 2 D-tap, P-tap, 2 USBs. It doesn't have USB-C because it's older. It has its normal V-mount pins here, and it has a 8.4 volt barrel plug in here, if that's something that you use. But anyways, I'm gonna put a little tripod Arca Swiss plate on here. Oh, and it has a really cool back readout, so you can see how much power you got on there. Sauce. All right, let's do this real quick. All right, so we got that. I have the readout facing, I guess, the front, so I can see when I'm sitting down how much power I have left. I'm just rotating it real quick. And actually doing it this way will make your USB ports kind of stretch out a little bit further away. So if you have really long cables, that's a good way to route them. So I'm gonna put that on the tripod head. It's on there, perfect. Next is our camera. So for this one, I've decided to use my A6500, the oldie but goodie, and I have it on a cage. I'm gonna put some screws on there for that plate for the battery. And then I have a micro HDMI into a full size HDMI from SmallRig. So that way I can just use like a normal HDMI cable to my monitor. So face me, since this camera doesn't have a flip out screen, and it'll help me like see what I'm filming if I need to like reframe or lighting is bad, all that stuff. And then attached to it is a prime lens, a SLR Magic 18mm f2.8. So since it's just like a sit down kind of content, I'm gonna like just pick my focus, stay there, keep the camera manually focused to that position and not have to change it. Cool, cool. So let's mount this over. The little power base comes with this little like plate. Just gotta match it up. It's backwards for this specific reason. And I'm gonna put it on real quick. Cool, it's on there. And since it's backwards, just bam, you got your camera on there with the battery. Perfect. And the next order is a magic arm and a clamp. So we're gonna clamp this bad boy onto the stand and have a monitor just underneath. All right, now I'm gonna mount the monitor. This guy is an old Small HD 702 bright. Unnecessary for this, so you can, if you need to find a cheaper version for you, you can do like a 5-inch monitor or a 6-inch. Doesn't need to be a big 7,000 nits kind of situation, because it's going to be indoors anyways. Unless you're thinking about filming outdoors, you need a really bright monitor. This might work. So anyways, perfect, right? All right, so to power this guy, what we're gonna need is that guy actually takes a handful of power options. It's one of the good things about it is it has LPE6 and an MPF. So you can flip either one, and then you can also do interchangeable. You could have one or the other, because it has 2 ports on the back that allow you to have 2 batteries simultaneously on there just for redundancy. But in this case, we're going to be plugging it straight into the battery. Don't really need a redundancy. We're in the office, so I feel like you're not going to lose power or anything like that. So let's plug it in. Bam. There you go. It's still off. Still no HDMI. So now is the HDMI cable. So we have this really big one. This is, I believe, from Atomos. They have like angled cables that they sell that have the coiled accordion situation. So if you don't want too much cable running around your setup, I recommend these a lot. So yeah, so we have this converter from micro to full size, and this guy is gonna go up to that. So we're gonna go from the back, HDMI cable, and around again, and bam. So I'm gonna turn it on actually, just so you guys can see what we're working with. It's on. Now it's on, takes a while. And oh, I have it set to 133 anamorphic, so I'm gonna change that real quick. De-squeeze, back to normal. Sick. All right. It's normal again. Fantastic. So you can see all your setup settings and see yourself and be like, hey, I'm out of focus, and focus it. Cool. All right. Next order of business is not too much, to be honest. This is just a little shotgun mic. This is the Rode Video Micro. Honestly, you don't even need the little windscreen because, again, we're inside. But I have it on there. Might as well. I could also use like the DJI mics if I wanted to, but I'm using them right now for this. And since I'm indoors, I'm not really like fighting any sound, and this is more than enough. And if you run it through like a Adobe Podcast, you can get really clean audio with just this mic. So put it on. There's a on the cage, there is a cold shoe up here, and luckily the Rode Video microphone comes with a right coat mount, cold shoe, and put it on there, clip it on, and plug it in. There we go. So that's the whole setup. I believe we could put some lights, but I feel like it's unnecessary. A little bit about what I have right now actually is I have a little LED light off to the side, but I feel like it would be too close and it would be too bright. I saw the one that Patrick did. He has a really nice like lantern situation mounted on here. I don't like having lights really close to my face, especially I wear glasses and it causes a ton of glare. So having them further away at a distance is super nice. Actually, let me show you how that looks like on this. I actually just have it sitting on top of a box. Yeah, that's it. It's just there on box, really bright, on top of my other boxes. So yeah, and that's a setup. We're gonna do a little test right now. I'm gonna put this, say I want to frame it like how this is framed, but a little bit tighter and a little bit higher maybe. Let's go up like this. Yeah, it's perfect actually. A little scary because it wobbles. I'm actually gonna choose this one and bring this guy down so it's on a denser part of the stand. How's that? Dude, that looks good. I feel like that's perfect. It's a good setup, right? Actually, I'm gonna hit record on this camera and switch to it real quick just so you guys can see what the setup looks like, what the angle is, how tight it is, and if it's good, let me know. If it's not, we can always make adjustments. So we're switching to this camera now. Yeah, we can get a 2-camera setup if we wanted to, but I think this is really good. I don't think it's in focus, maybe, or let's see, further back a little bit. How's that? Maybe it's in focus, maybe it's not. It looks okay. Cool, yeah. So I'm gonna put all the links to most of these items down in the description below if you guys wanna pick them up. I'm gonna try and make them into affiliate links, but again, I wanna thank you guys for watching the videos, and it's been really cool kind of being in this journey, creating content for YouTube about the things I've already been doing, and just a little bit about the things that I like video games. All right, I'll see you guys later, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye.